It's interesting because, we're intelligent, attractive women, and imagine what other women that, aren't as fortunate have to go through. It's like it's just this really difficult inner struggle. And you're right, a lot of times we can present I don't necessarily, it's a facade where it's like a side of ourselves that's confident, but inside we can feel like we're struggling. And I also went through a situation where when I got pregnant and I gained, I think I may have gained like 40 or something pounds, but there was this a little panic inside of myself, like thinking I'm never going to be able to lose it, or I'm on this slippery slope, it's never going to be the same. And I went on this big fitness challenge, bodybuilding.com, kind of wanting to transform, all of that type of stuff, and threw myself into, what is going to be the most transformative experience that I can put myself through to not, go down that road. I think a lot of us worry about, okay, well, now that we've had kids, our bodies are never going to be the same, and we're just going to have to accept that. And I don't think we totally have to.
No, yeah, absolutely not. And I think that, you know, it definitely what came for me too up for me is when you said, you kind of panicked inside a little bit when you had that. And for me, I think I realized that so much of my self-worth was so attached to the way that I looked on the outside that yeah, that really sent me into like a total tailspin. It was like, who am I if I don't look this way? Who am I? I'm less than if I don't look this particular way. And so I think a lot of women, especially after kids, our bodies change and where our priorities, we don't have time as much anymore to spend on ourselves because we are pulled in a lot of different directions. And so I think what happens is a lot of women, and this is, I talk to women every day that this happens, is that you have kids and your self-care, your health, all of that sort of gets put on hold. And then you wake up one day and the kids are older and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you realize how miserable you feel in your own skin. And I, it doesn't have to be that way. That, I love that you said that. Yeah.
And Amanda, being a model, I mean, this has got to be part of your focus as well.
Um, I think it is a big part of my focus, health and nutrition. I never took health or nutrition seriously for a long time because I just, I guess it's like most of us. You're just there. You've got a good body. You're there. You don't really think about it. You eat what you like. And then I must say, in my 30s, I started noticing all of a sudden I'm getting the, and part of it is body image, part of it is feeling comfortable with yourself, right? Because you're like, oh, I'm getting the stomach, and then I've got friends who've had kids and they can't get their body back, and our hormones change, and you start finding out that, oh my God, I'm eating the same things but nothing's happening. I'm like not getting skinnier. I'm on a diet but I still got the cellulite. And I think part of it is also all the societal expectations of us as women, because we think, oh, cellulite's no good. Oh, you've got to have a flat tummy. You can't have fat on your arms. But it's part of what we are. You know what I mean? And what Amber does, which I like, is the fact that you're teaching women how to be healthy. It's not about becoming skinny. It's not about, just like dieting for dieting's sake. It's a whole 360 thing. But one particular question I wanted to ask you is for listeners out there that are over the age of 40 or 50 and are coming into this stage where, all the hormones are just doing what they want. They're realizing the same things don't work anymore. The same foods don't work anymore. Your body's changing. I remember when I was younger, I'm going to tell you something that's really funny. I used to look at women, I'd look at all these women like maybe in their 50s or, older, and I'd be like, I said to one of my girlfriends, I'm like, how come the knees get so big? And I'll be like, because I used to think this was, because I was like, did you see a picture when she was young? She had thin legs. How did her hips get so wide and her knees get so fat? 'Cause I was, and
So why?
It's not, yeah, but it's also body changes, right? Our bodies, and I think there's a lot more body changes. It's a lot more than fat, and the muscles change as well. Our muscles change, the whole thing changes. So Amber, maybe Amber can tell us a bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely so much of part of my platform and working with women because I do coach women specifically over 40 and the hormone piece of it and just the changes. And this is why I felt when I first went into coaching, I didn't really know that that was going to be my jam. I didn't know that women over 40 was going to be my demographic, but I realized there's such a need, I think, in the dieting culture, in this world for coaches that are over 40 that can relate to women over 40 because if I am so sick and tired of hearing, some of these younger coaches that just say, oh, well, if you just want to lose weight, you just got to cut your calories, just calories in, calories out. And the truth is that that is a piece of the puzzle. Calories are a piece of the puzzle, but wow, it is not the only piece. And, I always find it really interesting. You try telling a woman that's 50 years old who's eating, 800 calories a day and can't lose weight, and you then tell her it's calories in, calories out. Like, I just think it's ridiculous. And so I do think that you're right. Over the age of 40, especially, 45, 50, especially as you get up into that menopausal range, I think that there's a lot of considerations that need to be taken into account. Number one, over the age of 40, your body loses about a half a pound of muscle per year. So not only is that going to contribute to your body composition, right, and your ratio of muscle to fat, that's a big piece of it, but also that affects your metabolism. So as we age, that metabolic rate drops. So you're right. This is why so many women wake up and they're like 45 or 50 and they're like, I don't understand everything that I used to do. I'm eating the same stuff. I'm doing the same stuff, but I'm gaining weight and I can't figure it out. And that's because of our hormonal changes, because of the recompositioning of our body and slowing down the metabolism and all of that. That is what happens. I mean, we have to change what we're doing.
Hi, guys, it's Amanda from Beauty and the Beat podcast. I hope you've enjoyed listening to all our episodes. So if you enjoy the podcast, you can support us by liking, subscribing, and commenting down below. If you're listening to this anywhere else, you can also just like us. We like to know what your opinion is on any of our topics. So please comment, or you can contact us at beautyandthebeat@gmail.com.